Hello everyone, welcome to Indian Judicial Service. In this video, we discuss the emergency provision of the Constitution which are provided in Part 18 of the Constitution under Article 352 to Article 360. In previous video, we discussed the Union-State relationship, and those who are not watched the previous videos, all the link of previous videos are available in our description box. Please go and watch these videos. And those who need the PDF file of this video series, the PDF file will be uploaded in our Telegram group. Link of Telegram group is also available in our description box. Please go and join the Telegram group. And before starting this video, I request you please like and share our videos and please subscribe our channel. Let's get started. Question number 791. The rule of passing resolution by 2/3 majority of total number of, this is very important here, total number of the House of Parliament is applicable in the case of option A, amendment of the Constitution, option B, approval of proclamation of emergency, option C, impeachment of president, and option D, disapproval of proclamation of emergency. So clearly answer of this question is here option C, impeachment of president. Question number 792. When the following articles of the Constitution provide for circumstances under which Parliament has power to make a law on any subject enumerated in the state list, 7th schedule. In this question asked that in which circumstances the Parliament makes the law related to the state list. So this thing is here. So in Article 249, the Parliament makes the law if there is a national interest, the importance for based on the national interest. So national interest, and under Article 250, Parliament make the law in related to the subject matter of state list at the time of national emergency. So emergency provision. Now under Article 252, by consent of two or more state, and last one here under Article 253. So in this article the Parliament makes the law related to the subject matter of state list and the effect of international agreement to effect international agreement. So international agreement. So in these articles provide the provision related to where the Parliament make the law related to the subject of state list. So option B is absolutely correct here. 249, 250, 252 and 253. So answer of this question is here option D. Question number 793. Match the following. There is a one list. In this list, first list belonging to a different doctrines and second list related to the different cases, important cases. So first one case is the case Swanand Bharti versus State of Kerala. It is related to the basic structure of the Constitution. So it is first. And second one, the Bikaji Narayan versus State of MP. So Bikaji Narayan versus State of MP is related to the doctrine of eclipse. So it is 3. And State of Rajasthan versus G. Chawla. Yes, State of Rajasthan versus G. Chawla case related to the doctrine of pith and substance. So this is, so sorry, it is 2 not 3, and this is here 3. And last, State of Bombay versus FN Balsara. So State of Bombay versus FN Balsara is also related to the doctrine of piths and substance. So it is 4. And the rule of severability, there is no option, so it is not there. Now come to option 412. 412 is not there, so option 312. So option D is correct here, but 4 means State of Bombay versus FN Balsara is also related to doctrine of piths and substance. So answer may be here option D. Now question number 794. The basic characteristics of a federal constitution is that of the constitution. Option A is written constitution. Yes, it is the special characteristics of the federalism. Now option B, the provide for division of power in writing. Option C, the provide for separation of powers, and last one is written and provides for separation of power. So answer of this question is here option D. Now question number 795. The three lists are mentioned in, so three lists are mentioned in schedule 7. So answer is here option B, and these three lists are: first union list, second one state, and third one the concurrent list, in where the state and union both makes the law on same subject. So this thing here, so these three lists. So answer of this question is here option B. Now question number 796. Part 18th of the Constitution provide for the declaration of, so part 18th of the Constitution provide for the declaration of national emergency provision. It may be national, state and financial. These three emergency provided in part 18 of the Constitution, which are mentioned in article 352 to article 360, and national emergency provided in article 352. State emergency means president rule provided in article 356, and financial emergency provided in article 360. So answer of this question here option D. Now question number 796. After approval of both House of Parliament, the proclamation of emergency issued by the President shall be void. Option A, for period of 6 months. Option B, for an indefinite period unless revoked by subsequent proclamation. Option C, for an indefinite period. So this is correct here. And if both houses of Parliament approve the proclamation after every 6 months, yeah, this statement is absolutely correct here. So answer of this question is here option C. Now question number 798. The proclamation issued under article 356 empower the president, option A, to assume himself all or any of the function of the government of the state and all or any power vested in or exercisable by governor of the state or any body or authority of state. Option C, to declare that power of the legislature of state shall be exercisable by or under the authority of the parliament. So both statements are correct here. It is directly related to article 356. So answer of this question is here option C, both A and B above. Now question number 799. Which of the following statement is correct? Option A here, whether a situation exists or does not exist for proclamation of emergency is left entirely to the subjective satisfaction of the executive. Yes, this statement is correct here. So option B, whether a situation exists or does not exist for declaration of emergency can be agitated before the court of law. So this is wrong here. And option C, any subjective satisfaction of precedent is open for judicial review, and last one, none of the above. So most appropriate answer is here option A. Now question number 800. A proclamation under article 356 may be issued by the president. Option A, only on receipt of a report from governor recommending issuance of such proclamation. Now option B, on receipt of a report from the governor, or even suo motu. This is very important, suo motu, if he is satisfied that the government of the state cannot be carried on according with the provision of the constitution. So answer of this question is clearly option B. Again I repeat the question. Question is here, the proclamation under article 356 may be issued by the president, so on of a report from governor, or even by suo motu of the president. And if president is satisfied that the state government cannot be carried on according with the provision of the constitution. Now question number 801. Every proclamation issued under article 356 shall cease to be operate at the expiration of option A 1 month, so it is wrong here. Option B 2 months unless before that period it has been approved by resolution of both houses of parliament. Yes, it is correct. 6 months, and last one 3 years. So clearly answer of this question is here option B 2 months unless before that period it has been approved by resolution of both houses of parliament. Now question number 882. Which is correct statement? Option A, the proclamation of national emergency could be made when actual war, aggression or armed rebellion takes place. Option B, the proclamation of national emergency should be made before the actual occurrence of war, aggression or armed rebellion. Option C, the proclamation of national emergency may be issued either when actual war, aggression or armed rebellion takes place or before the actual occurrence of war, aggression and or armed rebellion. And last one, none of the above. So clearly answer of this question is here option C. Now question number 803. Assertion in federal setup, the sovereignty is divided between the central and the provincial government. So this statement is absolutely wrong here. The federal setup, the sovereignty is not divided between the central and union. Now reason, the power of the government are divided in a federal setup. Yes, this statement is absolutely correct here. So first one is wrong and second one is correct. So option D is correct here. A is false but R is true. So option D correct here. Now question number 804. The parliament consists of, this question is repeated question, and if you are not watched the previous videos, all the link of previous video are available in our description box. Please go and watch this video. So option A, the parliament consists, clearly parliament consists two houses and plus president. So option A here Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Option B Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and the president. So clearly answer of this question is here option B. And this question number 805. While a proclamation of emergency is in operation, the state government, so clearly answer here cannot legislate. So answer here option A. And option B here can legislate, is it wrong here, can legislate, it is also wrong, and is suspended. So most appropriate answer is here option A, cannot legislate. Now time for the question of the day. The question of the day is, who administered the oath of office to the president? Again I repeat the question, who administered the oath of office to the president? Please give the answer of this question in our comment box, and please like and share our videos to your friends and relatives, and please subscribe our channel. This channel will be very helpful for your preparation. Thank you for watching Indian Judicial Service.